Hello everybody, my name is Tez and today you're joining me in Snake Woodland. Winter is finally here. This is my first snowy camp. This is a very popular place to camp in the warmer months. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that doesn't remain the same in the colder months. The temperature is currently -1 degrees and it's supposed to drop to -4 tonight. My sleeping system is absolutely capable of tackling that. I'm also absolutely alone today. Hopefully it stays that way. I don't think there'll be too many other people camping. For now, I need to find a camping spot and yeah, get set up for the night. Look at these little deer footprints. Cool. Yeah, I forgot to mention as well, this is the first time I'm actually cooking out here. Not just heating up a dehydrated meal. As long as I've not crushed everything in my bag too much, be having a proper feast later. Right, I've come to a fork in the road. That way I go down, that way I go up. I did do a fair bit of research on some cool little camp spots that I could try. None of the pictures that I found accounted for any snow. Everything is completely unrecognizable. I'm thinking the way down might just be to sled down on my bum, but I don't know how safe that is. I don't know how impressionable you are. I'm not seeing any footprints in the snow here. I'm wondering if anybody's even been here today at all. There's lots of very, very, very good camp spots. I have not missed fighting through pine trees. Okay, I think I found it, and it's not this. This down here, so beautifully lined by these pine trees as well. It is, in all fairness, a little bit close to the public footpath. With the rate that I've seen people today, I don't see why this isn't a perfectly viable spot. So I could set up camp here and take advantage of the little bit of coverage that this pine tree is giving me, or I could just camp out in the open. And now that I say it out loud, there doesn't seem like much benefit to that. So I think right here it is. And the bonus is, it looks like the only person that has come and visited this is our friends the deer. After a lot of trekking, a few missed turns, I think we finally found the best spot. On the way over, I didn't even know if there was going to be snow here. I had no idea just how stunning this was going to be. Wow. Yes. The ground is pretty frozen, so it's going to be quite difficult getting the pegs in. The tent is all set up and is looking absolutely awesome. I'm at a loss for words at how beautiful it is here. I'm feeling incredibly, incredibly grateful. I've been smiling the entire time. If anybody's ever struggling with anything mental health related, being able to come out here into nature and just feel this sense of belonging, it's pretty indescribable. Definitely helps to quiet a loud mind. I strongly, strongly recommend getting out here and wild camping. Got a very curious robin that's come to see what I'm doing. See how chunky they are because it's winter. They got their winter bellies on. Between the robins and the goats, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that this is a solo camp anymore because I've got plenty of neighbors. I'm running low on my water supply, so I'm going to go down and filter some water from this beautiful river and try my best not to slip in because that would be a very chilly mistake. It's very cold on my hands. It's super important when you're filtering water in these kind of temperatures that you make sure that there's as little water left in the filter as possible. If it freezes in the night, then it can damage the filter, and then it just won't work as well as it used to. Whew. The sun has just set and it is immediately dropped in temperature. All right, let's see what goodies we've got. For the first time as well, I brought some Crocs, thermals and extra socks, all of the food and snacks for this evening, all of the cookware that I would ever need, as well as some low temperature gas, extra lighting, and then also a one-of-a-kind custom chopping board. It is about the size of my palm. I didn't need any bigger than that, and they don't sell them anywhere, so I had to take it upon myself. I bought a chopping board from Asda, and it was about 3 times the size that it needed to be. Cut a wedge off of it, sanded it down so it's nice and smooth, and boom, camping board. This is my Thermarest Hyperion sleeping bag. Now, it packs down to next to nothing, but it is super high quality down, which means it's going to give me plenty of protection for this winter temperature. Rated to -6 degrees Celsius, which it isn't going to get to tonight, so I should be nice and cozy in this. I'm going to get this out of the bag now because it needs some time to loft up in order for it to be as efficient as possible. And then also have my Thermarest cinch pillow, which has very quickly become my favorite thing that I bring camping. It's a pretty decent pack size compared to competitor pillows, but it feels like bringing a pillow from home. And ever since I've had one of these, I cannot camp without one. And then lastly, on the sleep system, we have the Thermarest Neo Air X Therm. This is the perfect sleeping mat for this kind of environment. You could literally lay this on snow and it would still perform fantastically. A lot of people think that when wild camping, your sleeping bag is the most important thing, but I would argue that your sleeping pad is the most important thing. You lose a hell of a lot of heat to the ground, so making sure there is enough insulation from the ground is a lesson that took me a very long time to learn. That's pretty much it for what's in my bag, other than some basic hygiene and camera equipment. So I'm gonna get this sleeping system set up and then probably crack on with cooking some delicious dinner. Okay, I am safe and sound. Everything is going exactly to plan. And now it is time to do something that I have never done before, which is prepare and cook a full meal out in the wild. The most important tool is going to be my knife. And unfortunately, I lost mine. And I had to resort to a kitchen knife that didn't have a sheath. So I just brought some styrofoam along. It's worked. It's kept my mat from being puncture free. This is all I've got, some super old IKEA dagger basically, so I'm gonna have to work with what I've got. Let's start prepping. We've got a pepper, some chorito, 2 very chilly looking chilies, 1 onion, 2 sachets of soy sauce. In here is a combination of garlic powder and paprika, and then egg fried rice. We're in action. So the idea is that the fat from the chorizo is going to cook it all. This is going very well, suspiciously well. Those onions are starting to go pretty nice golden brown. Time we add the chilies, I imagine I'm immediately going to feel in the back of my throat. Secret ingredient in is that garlic and paprika. So mixed it all in. Wow. It is very rare in a camp that everything goes right. For a first attempt, that is not too shabby. All in all, that took about 15 minutes as well, so not too bad. This is the first taste test, a little bit of everything. That is not bad at all. The peppers are a little bit undercooked. I definitely should have given them a lot longer, but lesson learned. I usually always opt for the dehydrated or the freeze-dried meals, but the negative with those meals is there's always so little of them. Like, it always leaves you wanting more, unless they're super bad, which a lot of the time they are. Being able to actually cook a full dinner like this is, I think I'm going to struggle to go back. That is banging. My tent is now definitely going to permanently smell like chorizo, but it was definitely worth it. I did actually really struggle coming up with a one-pan winter meal. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I would love to try and make some different stuff. Forgot where I was for a second. I thought I was in Gordon Ramsay's 5-star restaurant. definitely a long way from there, but in comparison to like the freeze-dried meals, this is awesome. I have demolished that entire thing. I just said to myself, get eating as quick as you can before it all gets cold, and I just haven't stopped. Gosh, job diddly done. Oh my god. No, it was great, but it could have been better. It could have been 2 soy sauce packets better. I still had a great time, so I'm not complaining. Maybe that was what I was missing that would have been exactly that Gordon Ramsay quality. Let's sheathe the knife, put everything, I'm gonna pack everything away, clean up a little bit, probably get ready for bed. It is 6 p.m., which in winter camping terms is way past bedtime. Clean enough. Whew, it's definitely my coldest camp yet. Now that we're in the tent, time to reveal my secret weapon. Hand warmers. Not just hand warmers, back pain, which I don't know why its main branding is back pain. Other than during back pain, it is also just a heat source. I've got one of them cooking right now. The second that you open it up, it stops heating up. But I find that about 30 minutes after you've opened it, it starts whacking out some serious heat. That should take me through to the morning. Not that I really need it. The sleeping bag by itself is pretty 10 out of 10. I've got 3 layers of socks on. Hopefully no frostbite of the toes tonight. I need to put my thermals on, which means having to take off my top, take off my trousers, and basically be at the whim of the elements. I don't want to do that. My brain is telling me that long term that is the best thing to do. So I'm gonna do it reluctantly. I don't think I'm allowed to show that on YouTube without getting banned. So I will be back after I have braved the chill. It wasn't that bad. Now that I've got the tent closed, any movement that I do isn't just immediately dissipating into the environment. I am actually starting to stock some heat up in here. I'm just about to jump into the sleeping bag. In an ideal world, I'll wake up to some snow on the roof. This is a 4-season tent. It's the MSR Access 1, and I haven't really had an opportunity to put it through its paces yet. It's stood up to some super strong wind, but so far as snow, this is the first that's ever touched it. I'm really excited to hopefully wake up to a bit of a winter wonderland in the morning. For now, I'm gonna hop into the sleeping bag, try and get a little bit of sleep. If everything goes well, I won't have to check in with you guys until the morning. Unless something bad happens, the next you see should be a very blissful, snowy morning.
It's like 4 a.m. So I was asleep by like 8 o'clock and now it's 4 a.m. and I've had 8 hours sleep. So I'm feeling pretty rested. It's still very, very dark outside. I'm trying to get my head down for an extra few hours, but I am so cozy. It's crazy. I've been hearing some snowfall on the tent. It's been a beautiful night so far. I'm gonna try and get a few extra hours sleep. Okay. Oh, bit of gravel in my throat. Guess that's that cold air. Good morning. It is now 8:32. We made it! Getting my head down for an extra few hours was not a problem at all. The only problem now is I am so snug and the outside seems so horrible. Currently mustering up the courage to get out. I think I'm gonna throw some layers on, have a coffee, hopefully that'll warm me up, and then I'm gonna brave the chill. For a first winter camp, I don't think I could have asked for better conditions. It wasn't overly windy. The only wind has been this morning. I'm very lucky there. I think I've slept like 12 hours and I'm still yawning. What's that all about? Feels like I'm about to jump into a cold plunge, except the cold plunge is just anything outside of this lovely warm sleeping bag. There's huge chunks of ice in my water. I noticed it was freezing over in the night, so I brought it into my tent. The ice expanded and it's got my other coat super wet. Luckily, I'm only like a 20-minute hike to the car and then I'll be nice and toasty and get cracking on this coffee. Luckily, I can do it all from the comfort of my sleeping bag, so I don't have to be brave yet. That is a boil. delicious. There's some pretty bad snow forecast for like the next couple of hours, so I'm gonna try and get up and get packed away pretty swiftly after this coffee.
Just for proof, not a single trace has been left. Just like that, we're back on the trail again. Wow. I think I say it every single time that I come out camping, but I think that was my best camp yet. The conditions were absolutely immaculate. I had a great night's sleep, which is definitely not always the case on these trips. I had some amazing food, and I got to experience this beautiful woodland exactly how it should have been. I also just want to say a huge thank you to you guys for helping me to reach 1,000 subscribers. Pursuing YouTube has been a huge dream of mine ever since I was a kid. So to be able to do my favorite hobby and bring you guys along with me, feels like a dream come true. Thank you very much for watching. If this is your first time to my channel, I've got a few other videos just like this one. Feel free to check those out. And if you did enjoy, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Really helps to support the dream. And yeah, hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.